Hi, everyone. Hello, Lucas. Hello, someone else. It's kind of scary to know that there were some people watching the stream before it even started. I don't know. Could you see anything? I'm new to streams, I'm not really sure how to do this yet. But I hope you didn't see anything disturbing. Anyway, look, you see, is it mirrored for you? Is it mirrored? Anyways, hi, optical starline. Hi. My sister made this for me, and she said this should be a symbol of my future career as a YouTuber, or it should symbolize the way my YouTube channel will change my life. It's very significant. So I just wanted to wear it today. Okay, it's good. It's not mirrored because I see it mirrored. It's mirrored for me. She's very talented. She works in embroidery, and sometimes I help her design. And this was a gift for me last time I went to my hometown, Mazatlan, and I was very happy about it. I just had to wear it today. Anyways, so as you can see, I'm prepared for this. I am equipped with a glass of soda, and this is obviously for my hands. I'm going to be using my hands. And despite what you might have heard, not because I'm Mexican, it means that I have high tolerance for spicy shit. I really don't. I'm a bit of a pussy with spicy stuff. And we have ordered hello Blanca in español, in English, whatever you want, it's fine. It's always good to see that there's some people leaving comments in Spanish. It's awesome. I actually would love to even read comments in all sorts of languages, even if I don't even speak them. But that would make it really interesting. The only reason I speak English in my channel is because I think it gets to more people, but feel free to write or speak in your native language. That would make me very happy. Anyways, I was saying, I'm a real coward for spicy shit. I never got used to it. My mom never used to cook spicy things, so I didn't grow up with it. But we have ordered 3 different levels of spiciness for the hot wings. Can I have those for a second? Thank you. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Juan. So we have ordered 3 different spice levels. So you have one, right? Well, I'm just gonna go one by one until I get sick of it. I hope I just don't throw up or something, because believe me, my stomach is not prepared for this. Anyway, if you have a suggestion, for a song that has certain time signatures, I'm in a chat with you. I'm actually thinking that it would be a good idea to do this maybe once in a while, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. Like just hang out for a second on Saturdays, on Fridays. I don't know what's for you. And please excuse me for my last stream. It disconnected from my network. We've been having really bad weather here in Mexico City, really bad. We've been having storms. Now we have fucking leaks. We haven't had them in a year and a half probably, and they just appeared again, and it's terrible. It's been really difficult, and that also means a shitty internet connection. But I think our building is kind of empty now, so no one else is feeding from the internet. I think this should work out. Okay, so I'm gonna start by the least spicy wings, which should be, what do you think, the tamarind ones? No, cajun? I got them here. So the tamarind, yeah, right? The tamarind ones. Here you go. I'm just gonna have a few of these, probably 3 or 4. I think I can take them. These ones are tamarind. It's pretty sweet, not really anything spicy, but good. Thank you, Bacchus. Hello, Michael. How are you? We need to trash this. Yes, sir. Where are you from, Michael? Horansky with an accent, and why do you think that is? Where do you think that last name is from, Horansky, with an accent in the Y? Sounds Hungarian, do you think? Slovakia. Slovakia, that's awesome. You see, this is the magic thing about streaming. I really discovered this when I did the 7 hour stream on the 7-Eleven, that there's people from all around the world watching the stream and my videos in general. And it's awesome because, you know, it's crazy to think. Give me a second. Anyway, it's crazy to think people from so far around the world are watching this. It's exciting. Hello, Husky. I love you too. You're beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna have another one of these, and then I'm gonna just start playing something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe on my. I'm just gonna tap my thighs. That's awesome. That's awesome, Husky. It, actually, you're not the first one telling me this, and I think it's pretty interesting in it, because when I recorded my first video, one I recorded 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I mean 1 year ago, the one on July 11th. When I recorded that video, I never imagined that it would get viral. Well, relatively viral. You wouldn't think that a video about polyrhythms, like, most people don't even know what a polyrhythm is. You wouldn't expect that sort of video to have over 1 million views or over 40,000 views in a day. So it's pretty awesome some people actually got into the concept of polyrhythms because of that video, and maybe that directed them to the Adam Neely video about the challenge. Adam Neely deserves all the credit for that video. I just took it to the extreme, but he's kind of the creator of the concept. Yeah, it was funny. I actually planned that video for several months. I think from the very first time Adam Neely published this video on the 7-Eleven polyrhythms, I just thought, I'm gonna do this shit. I just can't miss the chance. So I was constantly thinking about the I practice for a few hours before recording the video. I just wanted it to go right. It was 1 in a year chance, so I'm just glad that it did work. These ones, tamarind hot wings, these aren't really hot. I'm just starting, man. I live I live in a very noisy place. Please excuse if you hear some weird shit. We are safe. It's all fine. Actually, I think sounds crazy. But I think we have like a firework factory workshop, something, just a few blocks away. No, I won't die. Yeah, I'm just gonna start with fucking hell. I'm just gonna start with maybe some easy shit. I don't know, take 5 or time like Pink Floyd. No, it's not time, it's money. Like Pink Floyd. I hope this is not very disgusting. I have no idea how I look like, what I look like when I eat, especially hot wings, which are very messy. Okay, play the Halloween song, right? I actually can do that. I just need to plug my piano. Did you know? Hello, Lambda. Did you know many very popular pieces? What did I? Did I? Is it on? Okay, give me a second. I think it's not plugged in. It won't start the piano. That's disconnected from this side. I don't think so. It's weird.
Literalmente apagaste la extensión. Mi compu ya no se puede.
Ah, well, that was the thing. Well, I didn't notice. Yeah, now it's accidentally. I didn't realize. Well, what I was gonna say. Many very popular pieces of music, even video games, really are written in and most people. That means most people have been exposed to old time signatures, but they don't realize it. The Halloween theme song, I don't even remember. Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah. And I think it modulates a half step down. I'm not sure. And I think it keeps modulating half step down. And it's the same for the Exorcist theme. It's got a really weird time signature because it's long, because the phrase is really long. Give me a second. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. I don't know the piece. I don't think I've heard it. But I do. How's it go? Is it from a Disney? That one by Phil Collins, is it from a Disney movie? Is it from The Lion King? Well, I'm not sure. And Husky says, I love Hacked Storm in Minecraft, and it's in 7.4. Do you know? Well, I mean, I have played Minecraft for a few hours. It's not really my kind of video game, but I have played it. And The music is always like really quiet, and I don't think I had the chance to to pay attention to the time signature. But in video games, I think there's like a no, yeah, yeah, probably don't recognize it by the name. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? For this one time, I should. It's just I don't want to use copyrighted music this time because YouTube is kind of a bitch about that. Sorry, YouTube, but you really are. But yeah, let me check it out. You know what? I'm afraid of live streaming and opening a YouTube video at the same time, especially since we have another device using the internet. I just don't want it to cut off again. But anyways, that one's called. Let me listen to the Phil Collins piece first. In the Air by Phil Collins. I just need another hot wing. I'm just gonna level up with the hot wings. I'm gonna have these ones now. These ones are spicier. They are based on hot sauce. Mexican people probably know it, but it kind of tastes like Valentina with lots of condiments.
No lo de Rey León, confundí.
You're listening to it too?
No, no lo estoy escuchando, pero pues no.
Well, as far as I'm listening, I think the piece doesn't have any piano on it, right? Or any very strong melodic line except for the voice. 1,000 miles. I don't even know if I remember 1,000 miles. I'm gonna try to play 1,000 miles in a not time signature. Sí, sí hablo español, Husky. I find it interesting that some people may not realize that I speak Spanish or that I am from Mexico. Some people have told me that if I didn't tell them, Jesus, these ones are. That if I didn't tell them that I was from Mexico, if they didn't see in the 7-Eleven video that it's a Mexican store because it says CDMX, which is Mexico City, they wouldn't realize that I'm Mexican. But my first videos, I made 3 videos on Spanish grammar, so it's a nice piece, this one, In the Air Tonight. Hello, Hibachi Jones, and thank you for your support. Thanks for buying my album. I really appreciate it. No, I didn't plan any songs to play, Husky. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna wing it. In Minecraft called Hackstrom. Let me listen to Hackstrom. Hmm. It's true. It's in 7/4. I mean, I think I do have like this. This is a digital piano, obviously, so I think I do have like a similar effect. And of course, I've heard this. I just never realized. I think it kind of goes like. You know, as much as I wish I did, yeah, it sounds very smooth. That's actually, well, many songs, many pieces. I can even listen to my own thoughts. Okay, done. So many pieces, such as this one, you didn't really realize that they're in an odd time signature because it's not very flashy. Because the accents of the piece are the same. It goes like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2. It's a pause, and it just feels like a rest. It doesn't feel like it's adding anything extra, or that it's subtracting anything. So it feels very natural. I do think that when an odd time piece, when an odd time signature in a piece is very subtle, when you don't realize it's the first time, I think that's the best kind of odd time signatures. Because everyone can count to 11, everyone can count to 7, just like that. It's not difficult. Anyone can do that. But it is a bit difficult to make 7 or 11 or 13 sound natural. Obviously, by natural, I mean sound cohesive and solid. Yeah, those are definitely the fireworks, right? Nose.
No, definitely.
Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna go full. I'm not getting very spiced, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go for the max level. I have tried these before and I can't take them. But my girlfriend's telling me that, oh, I thought she had said that they weren't spicy this time, but they are. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Shit. Oh no. Shit. Oh man, they hurt my throat. They always do. Ah, I hate these ones. I mean, they're delicious, but I hate them. And so, as I was telling you, it's fun to think that many very popular pieces, such as the Halloween theme or the Exorcist theme, I mean, that's a pretty weird time signature. It changes. The phrase changes. It's one time. I think it is. Da, 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 da. It's 7/4 or 14/8, and then it goes 8 again, and a very similar thing happens with "Hello, Lucas, you're leaving. Goodbye, if so." But a very similar thing happens with the fucking shit. I need some soda. My lips are burning. How many of these you've had? Like 4 or something? It should be like 10, 10, 10, right? What is this, man? It's a boneless. Oh, oh, hello. You know, I thought you were leaving because you were like the first person commenting in the chat, Lucas. You said hello from the beginning, so I thought you were leaving. Fucking shit. That... Oh man, I shouldn't. It seems like they accidentally included they accidentally included a boneless on the package, which shouldn't be because it was supposed to be all hot wings, not boneless. And it was just bathed in sauce. Hello, the dupe master. The story about the channel. Yeah, boneless wings have literally chicken nuggets, I know. And sometimes I do prefer boneless to chicken wings, but these ones are just giant, man. Fucking fuck. Sorry, man. Shit. Anyways, the story about the channel. But there isn't much story. It's like any other channel, I guess. It's boring. I was, to be fair, it all started with a Facebook group. Give me a second. It all started with a Facebook group called The Shit Posting No Jazz to Come. That's the name of the group. It's a reference to an Ornette Coleman album, which is called The Shape of Jazz to Come. And in that group, well, there's also, I'm sorry, I can't even move my tongue. And in that group, there's all sorts of people who play jazz and enjoy jazz playing, listening. And they also watch Adam Neely, of course. So I thought it was a great idea to post my 7-Eleven video in that Facebook group, the shit posting of jazz to come. And I did. I did it the same night I recorded the video. And it seems like they didn't really pay attention to it when I first published it. They didn't really pay attention to it. But next morning, I opened up my Facebook account, and there were hundreds of notifications. And I looked at my video on YouTube, and in one day there were like 15,000, 20,000 views, and fucking hell, and you know, I was very surprised because again, I didn't think that sort of video would get any views at all. It's a very niche thing, if you know what I mean. Like, not many people are interested in jazz shit posting. You know, it's cat videos that get millions of views, and not that. And you're very sweet, both of you, Lucas and Husky. Thank you. That's a very sweet thing to say. Obviously, I'm not famous. I'm not famous even by my country or city standards. I don't think anyone has ever recognized me. And probably if they did watch the video and saw me on the street, they wouldn't even notice. They wouldn't remember. Who knows? But it has never, I mean, my YouTube channel has never really felt like a burden on me. I like doing this. And you know, I haven't been in a very good spot lately, financially and emotionally. So sometimes it is really difficult to get my videos done. But they do get done. I don't think I'm leaving YouTube in a while. But please excuse me if there are some weeks in which I cannot upload any video. I have lots of ideas, big brain here. But I just don't have the energy, or I just, you know, it's not as easy as it looks sometimes. And wait. Well, no, that's it. Flutes in jazz. Well, I love flutes. I have never thought the instrument made much of a difference. I mean, they do, of course, they do, but I've never thought. Hmm. Yes, thank you, Duke Master. I was gonna say something. I'm gonna continue in a while. Anyways, about the flutes and jazz, I don't think there are bad instruments, if you know what I mean. I think you could play jazz with any sort of instrument. You could play it with the street flutes, like the shitty flute thing. I think you could play jazz with those things, and it would be all right. Actually, one of my favorite jazz records, which is Out to Lunch by Eric Dolphy, that one has a vibraphone flute, and it sounds pretty damn wild. It's one of the heaviest, craziest jazz albums I have ever heard. It's one of my absolute favorites. You probably already have figured out that my favorite kind of jazz is the most aggressive, chaotic one. Of course, I like mellow stuff too. I mean, it's different tunes for different moods, I guess. But I'm usually in a very chaotic mood, which is the reason I really like avant-garde music and free jazz and progressive rock and mathcore and noisy shit. I just like noisy shit. What can I say? And I know it's gonna be okay, man. Thank you for the support. I mean, sometimes it's just beautiful that I'm not feeling like uploading any new video because I'm not in the right mood. And I just see someone leaving a comment saying something like, I always wait for a new video every week, or people supporting my music by purchasing albums. That kind of shit, man. It's like it's all I need. Who fucking cares? I mean, I don't really need anything else. And that's the reason I'm doing this because because I just love having a chat with you. I mean, I love having you, my audience, as you know, as real people whom to talk to. I just like feeling that connection with you. I discovered that in the live stream, the 7 hour live stream, that it was just a great time being with you. So that's why I'm trying to do this more often. And Square Pusher. I don't think I have listened to Square Pusher, but Zach Hill is probably my favorite drummer outside of jazz. I just love Zach Hill, man, and I made a video. I'm gonna update that series, by the way. But I made a video called Three Bands with Impressive Drumming, and I included Hela, in which Zach Hill plays. That kind of shit he does, like, in I fucking love that. Like the precision and the cleanliness in which he plays. It's fucking amazing, man. I wish I could play that fast and that clean at the same time. And Atheist kind of rings a bell. I think it's a technical death metal band in it. I love technical death metal. One of my favorite bands is Necrophagist. Love Necrophagist. And I am guessing Atheist kind of plays that blast beaty stuff like. Not sure. I don't think I remember them. How old do you think I am, Juan Diego Calero? I'm just gonna have another. I'm ready now. A fucking throat. I look like 17. That's interesting. Fuck. I love playing this game with people because they get all sorts of different answers. Some people have told me, I guess in a different context, but some people have told me that I look like 20, 27, 28. I don't know what's going through their heads. I don't think I do. And yeah, some people say I look like 17 or 15. I'm fine. Thank you. But I don't think I look that young either. Who knows? Try to guess. I don't know, Glitter. It's just weird when people think I'm like very young, like underage young. Because I don't think I do. I don't think I look like I'm an underage. I do look young because I have big cheeks. I don't have any facial hair, and I have a very high pitched voice. But I don't think I don't know, man. Nah, 24, 24. Well, I was gonna tell you now that just like the Exorcist theme, just like the just like that one, the fucking Death Note tune, the one that resembles the Exorcist theme song, is also in a very odd time signature. I think it is like 17/8. Let me check. No, it's not like that. Well, yeah, yeah, it's it's 13 and then 16. So that would make it 29/8 time signature. Which it's fucking weird when you think about it. You have a 29/8 time signature in a very popular anime, and most people have listened to it and they don't realize it. It's actually very difficult to fuck. Uh, fuck. It's actually very difficult to to exactly, Wally. It was the L theme, but it is very similar to Tubular Bells. I was just saying that. I was just saying that they are very similar in that they both use a weird time signature, meaning they cut off some beats of the time signature. Fuck. Anyways, when it's very difficult to notice when a piece isn't a time signature if all the notes have the same if they are equally spaced and they have the same value. So both the Exorcist theme, the one, both the Exorcist theme and the L theme both pieces are based only on eighth notes, and you just really have to catch the one. You just really have to listen very attentively and realize when it began looping again. Otherwise, you would never notice that it's in a weird time signature. It's easier to know when the accents of the time signature are very clearly defined, such as the Halloween theme. No, it was like because it's based on a five. It's based on a five in a 5/4 clave. You know the Mission Impossible thing. That thing is very common for 5/4 time signatures. Fucking hell, give me a second. That time is very common for all time signatures in five. So it's very easy to realize that a piece is in 5/4 because it follows the same. But as I mentioned in the video about rhythmic displacement, I mean you can give the beat some variations. You can give the beat some variations on the accents so that it doesn't sound all the same and the same. And do you like King Crimson? Absolutely, it's one of my favorite bands ever. And I mean, I definitely don't do. I don't think the discography is perfect, which is what many people I think don't realize. I think they believe all King Crimson is uh, the best prog rock ever. And I think, I mean, they definitely are one of the best prog rock bands. But there are some there are some albums by King Crimson that I think don't really stand the test of time. And I'm telling you this as a free jazz fan and as an avant-garde music fan. But fucking what's it called? Islands, right? The one with the nebula on the cover. Islands. It's a I mean, it's not a shit album, okay? It's not bad. Free improvisation without any real intention to me. I mean, that's what it comes to my ears. I mean, some King Crimson pieces to me come up as come up as unintentional, and I know they were just maybe playing, and that's absolutely cool. But they're not as good as, yeah, they're not as good as in the Court of the Crimson King, which is my absolute favorite. Yes, I am a cliche, but it's untoppable. That fucking album, man. Jesus. And I actually know the bass on the first piece, but I'm too lazy to fucking plug it in, and it's not in a not time signature anyway. What do you think about Lizard? Lizard? That's the name of the band? Lizard? Just like that? Or do you mean like? Well, I don't know. Tell me. I don't think I have just heard Lizard. Ah, the fucking album by King Crimson. Yeah, that's on. See, that's what I'm telling you. I mean, listen, I have listened to every King Crimson album up to. I didn't listen to like the latest three or something. I've, but I did listen to Lizard just one time. That happens very often to me. I just listen to some albums one time, and when I don't, when I don't think they're any special, I just leave them be. And sometimes I do come back. And as far as I remember, I think of Lizard kind of the same as of Violence. Most of it comes as unintentional to me, like very arbitrary. Again, for one time. But yeah, I'm a cliche. My favorite Crimson, my favorite Crimson is the debut, Red, and I'm kind of into Larkstone, but I have Larkstone, Discipline Tide. I like them just the same. I actually love the production on Discipline, man. It's fucking amazing. Yeah, I know. Fuck. That's the reason. Fuck. That's the reason I listen to free jazz and avant-garde music because I like the chaoticness of it. I like chaos. But let me tell you what. When I listened to King Crimson, like a long time ago, I listened to records in a chronological orders. And the first one I listened to was in the Court of the Crimson King. And once you listen to the albums in a chronological order, you realize that sometimes they do repeat ideas, so they are recycling some of the concepts. Like, don't take me wrong, the second album, I think it's called In the Wake of Poseidon, the second album by King Crimson, it's good. I really like it. But I mean, it's just like a rehash of In the Court of the Crimson King. It just sounds like the same ideas and slightly variations. It's good, man. But you know, sometimes you just peak, and it's very difficult when you peak in your first album. You just can't keep up with it. It's just like bad luck. Fuck. You're gonna have more of these? Oh, fuck. I'm gonna leave you two. Is okay, right? God damn it. Fucking cat food. Cat food is the one that has like this really crazy piano on the right channel, right? I remember that. I thought it was like really fucking weird, really fucking psychedelic. Oh shit. Now there's no more soda. I need to. Yeah, probably I listen to it. Okay. Ah, fuck it. Fuck. I need to press my lips. No, that's the challenge, isn't it? That's the fucking challenge. I can't even fucking tap my thighs because I need to press my lips. These ones, the last ones I'm eating, fucking brutal. But I've tried them before. I knew what to expect. But then why all I see in my infancy, red and yellow than came to be, reaching out to me, lets me see. As beyond so above and beyond, understanding the lines of reason, push the envelope, watch it run. Oh fuck. Hold the thinking over analyze and separate my body from my mind. I don't know the lyrics to that part. Na 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 na. No na 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 na. What is that, Lucas? Funked Up East. What is that? I mean, what do they do? Shit. Whilst you tell me, I'm just gonna grab some soda because I'm fucking dying. Shit. Shit. Ah, fuck. It's a channel. Ah, I'm back. Fuck. Ah, shit. Anyways, it's Funked Up East is a channel full with user just fusion albums. You mean like you can actually send them your material and they will upload it? That's awesome. I love that sort of channels. Let me tell you a funny story. I I recorded my latest album, which is called Obsequies for Lost Memories, and it's a it's a black metal album, but it's got different things. It's got shoegaze and it's got post rock and post metal. It's not like a full black metal album. So I knew there was this page called Black Metal Promotion, which is probably the biggest black metal channel on YouTube. And I do appreciate the work they do. So I thought, well, what the fuck? I'm gonna send them my album. Maybe I get a chance of being, promoted. But they pretty much just said that it was not their thing. I sent them my album in that little voice, right? Sorry, fuck. Are we back? Shit, man, I got scared. I got the the sign on top saying that I had like bad connection. I hope it's all fine now. Anyways, the point is that I sent them my material, and he just said like, "Sorry, not my cup of tea." Maybe with a black metal voice, like, "Sorry, not my cup of tea." Or I know, fucking true metalheads. And I thought, well, ni modo, ni modo. If you don't know Spanish, I don't think you will never get the essence of the ni modo. But it's like, well, there's nothing I can do about this. And just a few days later, another black metal channel, which is called Black Metal Catalog, actually emailed me and told me, "Hey, can we upload your album?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And they did. And the ironic thing, well, it's not ironic. I mean, I expected it, but obviously, my album has more views in that channel than my own channel where I upload my music. It's good. I mean, some people did actually purchase the album, and I said purchase meaning they paid for it, but obviously I will never. I'm gonna pledge this right now, okay? I want this. You better record this, okay? And you will show this to my face if I ever change my mind. But I will never put a price tag on my music. I will not. Fuck. It's not alright. And if someone ever tries to put a price tag on my music, like I don't know if I have a contract with a label or something like that, which I don't think I ever will, but if I do, I'm just gonna tell people to fucking look for my album on the Pirate Bay or something because I don't want them to pay for something they don't want to pay for. It's not a right. So I'm never gonna put price tag on my albums. I'm always gonna let people just. I'm going red, aren't I? I feel red, but I'm never going to. I mean, I will always let people pay what they want, what they really think the music is worth paying for. It's the right thing to do. Shit. It's okay, Lucas. Thank you for saying. I think if I eat these ones, I think if I eat these ones really fast, I'm not gonna get that spiced up. If I eat them slowly, I think it's even worse, isn't it? No? Well, don't worry, Lucas. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have really bad indigestion, especially since this is the first thing I eat today. This is the first thing I eat. This is my breakfast. Shit. I'm done with these. I'm done with these. I never eat so many of these. I can take them. They make my they make my throat hurt and my nose running. Anyways, Lucas, don't worry, man. You don't have to talk about anything. Silence is beautiful too. Anyways, I'm gonna play a third on my palette. Shit. Fuck. Shit. I should have something to like fucking hit instead of my thighs. Anyways, I'm gonna play a 3316. I actually think it's a 33 No, it's 16. Yeah. Piece called Bulgarian Bulge by Don Ellis. I love that fucking piece. You should look for it. It's crazy. I love it. It goes like fuck. Fuck. I'm sweating, man. Good nightmare is over. I'm not gonna have the really spicy ones now. Okay. Um, what do you think about the Brazilian raid and bug bickerness Twitter? I didn't know there was a raid and bug bickerness. What did the fucking man do this time? Was he the one that burned Notre Dame? What the hell did he do now? What the hell is he saying? I expect anything from him. I mean, I love Burzuma. I love him. I mean, I love the project, obviously not the man, but fucking hell, I knew it was something like that. I mean, he's known to have this like extreme views. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Now listen, lately I have been very angry at people that try to censor what you have to say, right? I'm not saying this is the case, let me finish, but lately I've been very angry at these people that don't even want you to speak out your mind. It's terrible because they won't even they won't even reason what you're trying to say. They will just reject it for whatever reason. I think this fucking cancel culture is terrible. So I don't really like when people try to raid someone because he said something stupid or something hateful. But I obviously don't think hateful comments should be anywhere on this planet. Like unjustified hate for anything. That's what I think. I mean, you should let people speak their minds, but you should be aware that of the social consequences of what you have to say, of the implications of it, and just not fucking diarrhea everything you have to say. Vampetazo. What the hell? But why? I mean, why does Bag hate Brazil? I don't get it. A famous soccer player, Vampeta. I don't know. I know nothing about soccer. Come on, man. I play polyrhythms. I don't know about that. Eh. In that case, he should hate Mexico too. I have no idea. I mean, where are you from, Lucas? Where are you from? I mean, you sound Hispanic, but you could be from anywhere. Mexico is also a very a very um, multicultural country. We have all sorts of people from many different uh, ancestries, especially native people in the south of the country. So I mean, if he hates Brazil for any reason like that, he should hate Mexico too. And I mean, at the end, I don't fucking care. I mean, just an old dude with old ideas. You know, have you watched this movie Lots of Chaos? Some black metalheads say that it's not accurate or whatever, or that it makes the black metal community look ridiculous. Well, I don't think these people realize that the black metal community kinda is ridiculous itself. I mean, you're already listening to you're already listening to edgy people with corpse paint playing edgy music about Satan. I mean, you cannot get very much edgier than that. I still enjoy it. You gotta be kind of self-aware, I think. Anyways, but in that movie, Lords of Chaos, I was fucking laughing my ass off in a scene where Varg Vikernes is going to be interviewed. I don't remember exactly why, but he's going to be interviewed. And before the journalists arrive to his house, I think he calls himself Count something. What fucking ever. And he's in his room in a fucking throne like this with a cup of wine, a glass of wine, I meant fucking Spanish, a glass of wine, and two, you know, those flags on the back. And he's got like a fucking sword or something. And he was trying to be as edgy as possible, and I don't doubt that was kind of the real shit. Like that actually did happen in real life. Don't listen to edgy people. Don't pay attention to them. That's what they want. These ones are good. It's good to take a rest. I don't think I have ever eaten as many of those, right? Like I ate like six, five. I always have like one. Why was he angry at him? I mean, it's just an actor. He's just doing what the director is telling him to do. Shit. Because the actor was Jewish. That's fucking awesome. That's ironic. I didn't know that. Oh man. Oh man. See, I don't get why the black metal community gets pissed off at edgy shit. If they're fucking edgy, most of the times, I mean, I don't want to generalize, but you know, I've had that sort of shit for a long time. Like those true black metal heads telling you that fucking Death Heaven is awful, and they're hipsters, or Ghost Path is ridiculous. It's like this is emo metal. It's not black metal. It's like, come on, man. You cannot get much edgier than true black metal. I mean, have you seen these famous immortal music videos? Come on. Anyway, yeah, black metal is it's a difficult thing to categorize, but I love it. It's one of my favorite genres. I am much on the more melodic side of black metal, like black gaze and atmospheric black metal, but I do enjoy raw black metal too. Anyways, I haven't played something in a while. Tell me something, Lucas. Can you listen to my feet? Can you listen to my feet? I guess you do, right? I fucking. And it's good that you listen to it clearly. I'm gonna play fucking Bleed. I have always had this fantasy, okay, between you and I, between you, the 5 people watching the video, and I want to record a video called Playing Bleed, but I'm bleeding. Please don't steal my idea. I mean, do it if you want, but I want to have it first. Anyways, I'm just gonna play Bleed on my thighs and with hot wings. Fuck. Okay, I got tired. You know, it's the when you're not using like, yeah, right. When you're not using like real pedals on drum, it gets more tiring because I mean the pedals on drum kick have these slinkies which make it all easier. Anyways. Fuck. I'm just gonna fucking play it the other way around because I mean I get tired. I wish I had a real drum kit with me right now. But there's 2 inconveniences. First one, I cannot transport my fucking drum kit up to Mexico City just like that. And second, I live in a student building, meaning I can't be too noisy all the time. So I'm just gonna fucking flip it. I'm gonna play the 1, 2, 3, 4 on my feet and the beat with my hands. Shit. I kind of lost track. Thrash metal. I love thrash metal. To be, oh shit, there's no more? Is this all that's left? Oh, thank you. Wow, there's so many left. Fucking hell. Thank God. Thrash metal. I love thrash metal. My favorite thrash metal band, what do you think? Slayer. Love Slayer. And you know, I'm now that you mention it, one of my favorite bands ever, like for a very long time. I don't think any other band has taken their place. One of my favorite bands ever is Mr. Bungle. Mr. Bungle was an experimental music band in which Mike Patton was the main vocals, and they also had some very sweet instrumentation by Trace Bruins, and I don't remember the name of the 2 drummers. Anyways, but they made some really sweet music, especially based on Frank and they mixed all sorts of genres, man. They were really a mixed package. And I am very excited because after fucking, I think it's been almost 20 years, even over 20 years now that I think about it, they are going to release a new album. And the interesting thing is that you have Scott Ian of Anthrax and how's it called? Lombardo, Dave Lombardo from Slayer. And you're gonna have obviously Mike Patton on vocals again. And I listened to the first single that they released a few weeks ago, and it's fucking thrash metal. It's great thrash metal, by the way. But I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting crazy ass jazz fusion as always, and they were fucking playing Slayer shit. They're fucking playing Anthrax shit, obviously, because there's people from those bands, and it's awesome. I also really, I also really like, um, I also really like, the fusions of thrash metal. I like crossover thrash, hardcore punk influenced thrash metal. I don't know if you listen to these guys, but Municipal Waste, fucking hell, man, fucking hell. Ooh, and actually, let me tell you a little secret. My first ever experience with music and with drums was when I was 14 years old. That's fucking 10 years ago now that I think about it. I can fucking believe it. I was in fucking second year middle school. Anyways, hello Husky. It's 30 hot wings. But I'm sharing them with my girlfriend, so that means I can only have 15, about 15. And anyways, my first ever experience with music and drums was when I was 14. I had a thrash metal band. That was my first ever approach to music, a thrash metal band, which was called Bloodstroke. And it was a pretty interesting experience, to tell you the truth. I mean, when you're young, when you're like in middle school, you do want the attention of, being listened by someone if you make music. And we got a really big chance, well, a really big chance, obviously, for being a shitty thrash metal band, right? And we were very influenced by bands, obviously, like Metallica and Megadeth, and also some non-thrash heavy metal like Black Sabbath or Iron Maiden stuff. And we got a big chance because we entered a competition of local bands, which was sponsored by a regional radio station, and we actually made it. We gave them, because we didn't really sell them, but we had to deliver some tickets for people to vote on fucking, I don't know how you call these boxes things, but you had to actually put them on them. And if the more votes you got, well, the more chances you got of playing in the competition. And we made it, and it was very interesting experience because I mean I was 14. I was 14, and we were called to the radio station, and it was like the whole fucking state was listening to us, especially me because I was the one talking. I was the one writing the lyrics. I didn't sing, but I was the one writing the lyrics, and I was explaining, the stupid edgy themes of the lyrics in the radio station and talking about what got us together and shit. And it was a lot for a 14-year-old to take, to be honest. And then we played in a big club with maybe about 200 or 300 people around. It was fucking packed because it was free, obviously, but it was fucking packed. And there were, I think, 5 or 6 bands. I don't know. But when we played, they got fucking crazy because we were playing fucking, you know, fast thrash metal shit to people that were previously listening to alternative rock stuff. We actually played a fucking cover of Crazy Train. Now I remember that Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. We played a cover of that song. And because I was a 14-year-old and I was very excited of being with that many people, I just sped up the thing. I was playing like the solo, like I could, making as much noise as I could. Last beating the way through fucking Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. But yeah, that was my first experience with music. I'm not gonna say I miss it because I don't really like. Sorry, okay. I don't really like playing with bands anymore. I'd rather make music by myself. It's way more comfortable to me. I have more control over my ideas. There's no one telling me, "Hey, what if we include a breakdown?" Man, I hated that kind of shit. But yeah, so I have a very intimate relationship with thrash metal because of that, because it was my first experience actually playing music to people. Obviously, you evolve, you get different tastes, but it's still very close to my heart. Hello, Underground Visions. Where to use polyrhythm if you're a guitarist? Cool. Give me a second. Oh yeah, these ones are way nicer. These ones aren't gonna give me a heart attack. Anyway, if you're a guitarist, if you're a guitarist, if you want to implement polyrhythms in your playing, I would actually advise you to have more instrumentation in your composition. It's actually kind of very difficult, to implement polyrhythms in a guitar solo thingy. I mean, especially because since when you're playing the guitar, the only way to play a polyrhythm in a guitar is to use tapping, because otherwise you would only be strumming one voice, right? If you're tapping, say if you're tapping something on the sixth and fifth string, and you're tapping something different on the first and second string, then you could create a polyrhythm. Actually, one of my favorite bands, which is called Psyopus, and is led by guitarist Chris Art. He implements many polyrhythms in his playing. He's like doing toot, 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 toot. It's one of my favorite pieces called Emergence Puzzle. Ah, fucking, yeah. Can you do something? I mean, you should listen to that. You should listen to that piece. Give me a second. There's a piece called Emotions Puzzle. Okay, there's a name, and it's by the band Psyopus. Listen to that. And it's a guitar solo by Chris Art. And it's just a bunch of polyrhythms played together in a single guitar. I think probably in a single take. Not sure, but it's fucking crazy. And it's fucking crazy when you pay attention to it, because it really is a puzzle. I think it goes something like, yeah, it goes something like this. That's a 6/4 polyrhythm, right? And then it goes something which is a 5 against 3. I actually have to listen to it a few times, but it goes something like, and it's all done in a guitar. Like he's playing the lower register with his left hand and the upper register with his right hand at the same time, and I think that's fucking impressive. But there are many other bands that do the same with the guitar. I mean, likely math rock bands such as This Town Needs Guns. This Town Needs Guns creates polyrhythms using counterpoint with the bass and the guitar. It's not only the guitar. But if you listen to the song Baboon, the song Baboon at the end has a very cool polyrhythm with the bass and the guitar. And the drums obviously, which follow the main form of the song. But it goes something like and when you're doing that it's Mick weird shit on your guitar, I advise you to use two guitars. I mean, obviously, you would have to do a double track if you're doing this by yourself. But if you're playing with a band, you could tell, I don't know, the other guitarist or the bassist to play a different thing while you're playing a different, differently spaced notes on your guitar. It's not easy to play polyrhythms in your guitar alone, but it's possible. And please listen to Imogen's Puzzle Part 1. That will give you a huge perspective of the possibilities of polyrhythms in guitar. It's amazing. It's majestic. Um, do you have any advice on learning multiple instruments? Well, my advice is this is something that you probably. Oh man, well I do have it underground vision. So sorry, fade away for the interruption, but underground vision. If you want to like learn polyrhythms from zero, I do have a video about that, and I made it specially, for people that don't really know anything about polyrhythms and maybe got to know them because of the 7-Eleven video. Because as I've said, I know many. I don't think the majority of those 1,300,000 people know what a polyrhythm is clearly, and I don't think they can actually play them. So I made the tutorial. Let me look for it, and I will send it to you. Give me a second. Here you go. And in this video, I also talk about. And in this video, I have also talked about polymeters. Polymeters are a bit different to polyrhythms, and in this video, I explained the difference too. I think if you want to start writing proggy complex music, it's a better idea to start by polymeters and polyrhythms because they are easier to digest because you don't actually have to play different rhythms in each instrument or in each voice. All you have to do is to have longer and shorter ideas. You can watch the video and you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, now advice for playing different instruments. Maybe you probably didn't know this. Obviously, you don't know me in real life, but I actually am an English teacher. I have a BA in English teaching. That's my profession. That's what I do for a living. And the more I learned about English, language learning and language teaching, the more I realized how similar language is to music. I'm not saying cheesy stuff or like, oh, music is an universal language. No, I don't believe in that, and I don't think it's the same. But it is a sort of medium of communication. So the same way we learn a language, okay? Your first language, I mean, obviously, with metronome. Well, I'll see what I can do with it. I have many different videos explaining shit about polyrhythms, but I think it's clear enough. Who knows? If you have any more questions, maybe I can explain them to you right now. Well, anyways, what I was saying is that I think the process of learning music is or should be very similar to learning your first language. See you, Juan Diego. Are you leaving? Are you leaving? We're gonna have another hot wing. Okay, so thank you for waiting. Yeah, I know, Shiver. I know I'm not playing anything right now. You don't have to remind me. I know. But I do enjoy talking to you, right? It's part of the not very spiced up anymore. it wasn't going very well a second ago. Anyways, as I was saying, learning music should be a very similar process to learning language, your first language. More specifically, your first language. Hear me out. Hello, Sanusian. I love you too. Did I pronounce that right, Sanusian? Hmm. So um, I'm saying this about the nation is like ignition, Sanation. Ah, Sanation. Fucking stupid. I read a U. I know it's nation. I just misread. I'm very fucking blind. So learning music should be very similar to learning your first language because most people I know, most people I know, which are musicians, well, and some people which aspire to be musicians, which aspire to create their own musical piece and play an instrument, they somehow believe that they should study music theory, or should I say, the harmonic style of 18th century European musicians, right? But they think they should learn music theory first, and then they will like have all of this knowledge in the big brain. They will be able to create amazing pieces. And what I'm saying is, what I'm thinking is, I think they're doing it the other way around. So if you're, I mean, imagine trying to teach a baby. Imagine trying to teach grammar to a baby, which doesn't even know how to speak yet, which can't even understand the language yet. If you go and try to teach a baby about, you know, um, um, tenses and about irregular verbs, so if you try to teach him about the different parts of speech and whatever, if you try to teach him those technical things, he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get it because he's a fucking baby and he can't even speak the language yet. It will be pointless. He can't even understand the language, much less speak it, right? So I do think that before embarking on your musical learning journey, before taking the initiative to learn music in a technical way, you should be able to understand the language of music and speak the language of music the same way you learned to do it with your native language, which could be English or Spanish or French or whatever. All right. And it also does happen with second languages, right? I mean, did you know streaming live can increase watch time hours? Thank you for that. I'm gonna do it more often, anyways. So, I very fucking lost track. I'm sorry, man. I got fucking stupid with these hot wings. I'm glad the punishment is over. Uh, what I was saying is that it it happens with a second language too, right? If you try to learn a second language, say English. English is my second language. My native language is Spanish. And if you try to learn a second language, and you haven't even listened to people speaking English, and you haven't even tried to speak English first, if you don't know to do those things, if you can't understand English and you cannot speak it, it's gonna be, at least to me, it's gonna be kind of pointless to try to teach all of this technical jargon from the beginning. You don't even understand the fucking language yet, so obviously you're not gonna get all of this super heavy stuff right. It's a better idea, at least this is what worked for me, to be surrounded by the language, all right, to surround yourself by it as much as you can. You can go and live in an English speaking country, or you can watch a shit ton of movies and you can listen to a shit ton of music in English, and you can do all of these things and you will get used to the language. Then I think is when you should start learning technical stuff. Once you can actually understand, fucking hell, I think I'm back. Well, anyways, I think that's when you should programming your emotions. It's a very interesting thought. I've never thought about it that way. But anyways, the thing is that um, before learning music in a technical sense, you should just go for it. Just fucking dive into it. Don't be afraid. And as you know, thank you, Adam Neely, if you're watching this, and if you're gonna watch this ever in the future, I need to thank you for making that video about music theory being racist. I know it's kind of a a very clickbaity title, but he's got a point. You should watch that video if you haven't. But I thank you for making that video because people need to understand this. Let this be very clear. All right. Music theory, the harmonic style of 18th century European musicians, isn't a rule book for creating music. Yeah, I mean, your teacher said music is just sound. I would say it's intentional sounds put together. And some people might argue that even random sounds might be music. Maybe that's true. I have heard the idea that if it was created, and meant to be music, well, it is fucking music. It's very difficult to define it in strict terms, and that's the thing. I would like anyone who is trying to make their own music to have this very clear. Music theory is not a rule book for making music. It's just describing the music that already exists. Music theory is describing classical music or romanticism music or baroque music mainly. But there is also jazz theory, right? And it's very different. And there is also theory for modern music, and it's all a different approach, but it's still just descriptive. It's not trying to tell you how to do stuff. It's just telling you how the stuff was made in the first place. So I mean, I play many instruments, right? um, my strong instrument, I think, is drums, and it's the first one I played. And then I moved on to different things like the piano and the guitar and the bass. And actually learning to speak in drums and learning to understand the musical language of rhythm, or the part of music concerned with rhythm, that really helped me internalize how to play the rest of the instruments. Because, I mean, after all, playing a piano is not much different from playing a guitar, playing a bass, or playing any other melodic instrument is not so different. You have to know the technique. You have to know maybe some specific ways of getting the desired sound. But at the end, it's just music. I mean, in our Western approach, it is all very similar. So my advice, if you want to learn different instruments, in conclusion, if you want to learn different instruments, is start by one. Any of it. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one. There is no superior instrument. But start by one and get good at it. Dedicate many hours a day, okay? And not just the instrument. Dedicate many hours a day to music itself, okay? Listen to as much music as you can. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. Thank you, Shiver. Thank you, Shiver. My sister made this for me as a reminder of my future career in YouTube and how it's going to change my life. I hope that's true. Or I really need a change. Anyways, so once you mastered your first instrument, which you could say is like your first language, right? Once you've mastered your first instrument and you know you're good at it, and once you have listened to enough music to be able to understand many of the parts of, and you will realize that you will take many things first instrument to the second one, and it will pretty much determine how you perform on your second instrument, and it will be so The same for the third one and the fourth one and the fifth one. And the more you get involved with music in a general sense, the more you realize it's all connected. Playing many instruments really is not a difficult thing to do, but you do need discipline and you do need a very open mind. Says Sunishan. Sunishan. Sometimes I feel like I create more original music when I go for a few days without listening to other people's music. I understand you, Sunishan, but interestingly enough, it happens the complete opposite to me because I like stealing ideas. I mean, I'm not ashamed of it. I do it all the time. Everyone does it. You cannot create something without taking a previous work as a base, right? But that's what I think, at least. So every time I'm going to work on a new album, I'm always thinking, well, I want this album to sound like this one band, or I want it to have the same feel as this one piece. And what I do is I listen to the same goddamn piece over and over and over again until I'm fucking sick of it. But that's what I do, and I learn the things that I learn the things that I like about the song. Let me eat this one. It's been on my hand for like half an hour. Sure. I think they're over now, right? Hot wings are over. Finally. Anyways, so for example, I've been listening lately to a song called Golden Number by a band called Ghost Path. It's all fine, right? Jeez. Play an E real quick. An E? That's what you mean? Well, but I was telling you, I've been listening to a piece called Golden Number by a band called Ghost Path. It's a black gaze band, and I've been into black gaze for a long time, but I just discovered them, and it's good because I am going to steal a shit ton of ideas for my next nostalgia album. Well, and there is a part at the end of that song which is piano. It's played on piano. I I just actually fucking I don't even remember the fucking thing that I was but I was trying to learn it because I really liked it. It was good. No, I was like, well, anyways, so I really like that part at the end of that song, and I thought, fucking shit, I'm gonna learn the thing. I just forgot it because it was a while ago, but I decided to learn it because I really liked it. And once you listen to something, see you underground, and once you understand what's going on in the music that you enjoy, now you're able to use the same ideas for your music. That's what I do. When I really like an idea in music, I try to understand what's going on behind the idea. That's what I do. I mean, maybe I look for the sheet music or the taps or whatever, or maybe I listen to it and transcribe it by ear. And when I do that, I am free to use it and transform it in my own way. I'm back. I am free to use it and transform it in my own way. And that's what I have done with all of my music. None of my music is original. Course not. I'm always taking ideas from someone else. I could fucking tell you what songs I stole ideas from in every one of my songs, and you will realize, yeah, it's very similar. Definitely, I see the resemblance. You will realize because it's there, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not ashamed of it. Even in my second record, which I made 2 years and a half ago, in my second record, I left a really long list in which I thanked all the artists I stole ideas from. I wish more people did that. They actually acknowledged who they are stealing ideas from. I really don't like it when people say, you know what, I don't have any influences. I try to be original. What the hell are you talking about, man? Everyone's got them. You cannot create music if you haven't listened to music. If all you listen to is classical music, your music will sound like classical. If all you listen to is punk music, your music will likely be fucking punk oriented, right? So that's my second advice. That's my second advice. If you want to create music and if you want to play different instruments, I advise you wholeheartedly to listen to as many music styles as possible. Please don't focus on a specific genre because that will make you sound like only that specific genre. And on the contrary, if you listen to as many genres as you can, you will actually have a mixture of all of those influences together. And at the end, it will be you. You will never stop sounding like you. I think it's kind of impossible to sound like someone else. No, you might be inspired by that someone else, but you will always be you. No one can take that away from you. So don't even be afraid of trying to get the sound of someone else because you will not get it. It will still be you. And people might notice that, oh yeah, it kind of sounds like Joy Division, or it kind of sounds like Rachmaninoff, which I like stealing ideas from Rachmaninoff. But at the end, it's me. So who cares? As long as it's not like a note by note transcription of the original piece, it will be you. Like a single variation, it will be you. Okay, my hot wings are over. I'm feeling good now. So, I'm not spiced up anymore. I'm just gonna play something quick. I don't know why. I don't know what I mean. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play on my thighs this song by a mathcore band called The Number 12 Looks Like You, and it's a very interesting piece. If you look for it, you will know what I mean. I don't think it's got a single 4 on the song, so I'm just gonna play it on my thighs. Please help me get an electronic drum kit so I don't have to use my thighs. All you have to do is, I don't know, share the video and channel. I'll get things done. Cool. Thank you. Quest train. This is 4. This is not. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Michigan clone. It's pretty cool, actually. That's one thing that you should actually do if you want to like understand the language of music. Is you don't even need to be listening to music to practice it. Something I do very often, and it's actually kind of annoying. You know, it sounds like something nice, but it isn't, believe me. But something that happens to me is that my mind is never fucking quiet. It never is. It's always thinking of different things. I mean, it could be other sorts of non-musical ideas. But when it is, when I'm planning to write an album, for example, I'm always thinking of the songs that I want to make, and I cannot get them off my head. And it's, you know, it's annoying. And at the end, it's good because that's why I finish my records so quick. I finish almost every one of my albums in about 1 month because all I do is get on my desk, plug in my instrument, and record it because I already had it all in my head. I don't even have to write the fucking songs because it's been spinning around my head for so long that I don't even have to. I already know the goddamn piece. I don't have to write it down. Well, and yeah, so if you're trying to play an instrument, don't be any instrument. Don't be afraid of like pretending to play it. Like very often, more often than I'm willing to admit, I am on the street. Sometimes I'm teaching a class, all right? Sometimes I'm teaching an English class, which is my job, and I'm still doing this. Well, maybe I'm not like singing it, but I'm moving my fingers, or I'm doing this, or I'm just doing this. You know, it keeps me moving, and it keeps my mind spinning musically. So yeah, do that. I mean, if you want to learn an instrument, pretend to play it even if you don't have the instrument. In your head and play along. Visualize yourself playing the song. It's very helpful. Okay, we're back. Okay, see you, Sunation. And I was gonna say, Shiver, that old time signatures is actually a pretty easy idea to wrap your head around because all you have to do is know when the idea starts and finishes. And I mean, it's more difficult to do it when you're only listening to percussion, but If you listen to a melody, you will probably listen to the start of the phrase and the end of the phrase, and that's where you have to start counting, right? And an easy example of how to make an odd time signature, which is based on not in non-odd time signatures, is actually found on the song I told you about earlier, Baboon by the Sun Its Guns. That song, I think it's a 21/4 time signature, but it's only like 4/4/3. I think it goes like when time waits for no man. Yeah, it's 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3. But that's all you have to do. That's all the song. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. It's actually 23, I think. Yeah, it's 23, obviously. 5 times 4 and then 3. Well, time waits for no man out here. That's how the song goes. And yeah, that's an odd time signature. It's 23/4, but it's based on 5 repetitions of 4 and 1 of 3. So, and I made a video about how to create odd time signatures, and it's as simple as that. It's as simple as subtracting a beat, or adding a beat, or stacking common time signatures together until you create a different one. Believe me, odd time signatures is not something reserved for the elite of music theory. Now, of course, not anyone can play odd time signatures, but you need to get used to them, right? As any part of speech in music. Well, guys, it's been fun. Oh, that's jazz, right? Very jazzy. Remember, repetition legitimizes. I actually like that. Anyways, we've been here long enough. I've run out of hot wings to eat, and I've played a few odd time signatures semi-successfully, I think, except for when I was really fucking spiced off, bien pinche enchilado. But it's been fun. Thank you for staying, all of you. I think that's it for now. See you.